Alright guys, this is our final part of our 3-part series for the boxing basics, a prerequisite for absolute beginners. Today I'm not going to take you through anything particularly new, we're just going to bring everything that we've done so far together. So I won't be demonstrating a whole lot throughout this session, I'll be more talking and discussing why we did what we did and where it's brought us to up until now. And it can never be said enough, when you do start alternating between attacking and defending and moving and slowing down and speeding up and so forth and start bringing everything together, don't overwhelm yourself, as I mentioned. Make sure that you're not doing it at the expense of your technical composure. Your priority is your technique, especially in these early stages. You'll have opportunity to do fitness drills. You'll have opportunities to hit the bag really hard and do all your cardio and get a hard workout in. Make sure that when you're developing your boxing skills, slow everything down. Prioritize your technical composure, your guard, your straight punches, your footwork, your balance, and the thought process that goes behind everything. So for the majority of you that haven't had any boxing experience before, and I'm referring to contact boxing, or doing drills, doing sparring and so forth, being in front of someone, making it real, I'm going to give you some really basic formulas that you can use to bring everything together without becoming overwhelmed. Some simple concepts that you can take and you can manipulate and make them uniquely your own. All of these concepts that I'm going to provide you with are things that you can spend time with and eventually progress yourself. You can start off with really basic ideas when it comes to attacking, defending, attacking, or defending, attacking, defending, moving on the rear foot, moving on the lead foot, doing everything to the left, to the right, etc., on the pivot and so forth. And then eventually, as you familiarize yourself with these concepts, moving forward, you can start to progress them and make them more difficult, or increase the intricacy of these different kinds of theories. It's of utmost importance that you familiarise yourself with all of the terminology. That is another major reason why I made this 3-part series, so that everybody knows exactly what I'm referring to moving forward. If I specify a hook, uppercut, rip, slip left, slip right, rear foot, lead foot, etc., pivot backwards, pivot forward, I want everybody to know exactly what I'm referring to. Or if you are training with other coaches or watching other YouTube videos or whatever it is you may be doing, you have a little bit of an encyclopedia of knowledge that you can refer to when it comes to following boxing instruction. So make sure that you familiarise yourself with all of the terminology that we've used throughout the 3-part series. Go back, re-watch them, slow it down, and be sure to isolate all of your tools. Do not discount the value of doing everything on its own. Still do your footwork up and down in a straight line. Still practice your straight jabs in front of the mirror with all of the detailed little bits and pieces that go into throwing the jab, and so forth with all of the other valued components. Do not neglect the basics ever. It doesn't matter how advanced you become. Okay? So this 3-part series, or this 3rd part of the series, should not be an excuse to neglect everything that we did in the 1st and the 2nd. It's just reiterating it and showing you how to bring everything together nice and comfortably. Go back, watch the other videos again, jump back in front of the mirror, practice everything slowly and on its own, always, and then bring it together. When it comes to punching in different directions other than just moving forward, the exact same concept that we practice moving forward is applicable moving left, right, and around to the left and right, even off the pivot. So whenever I step across with my left foot, I'm throwing my left hand. When I step across with my right foot, I'm throwing my right hand. Whether it be a rigid movement to the left to right or a rounded movement to the left to right, I'm synchronizing my left foot with my left hand, my right foot with my right hand. This is called parallel boxing. There is also diagonal boxing, which is also an option. So stepping across with your right foot and throwing your left hand, and stepping across with the left foot and throwing your right hand. Personally, and throughout my experiences, I have valued the parallel style of boxing over the diagonal. That doesn't go to say that I don't use diagonal boxing. I use diagonal boxing a lot also. However, at these beginner stages, I highly recommend that you focus on the parallel boxing, synchronizing your left foot with your left hand and the right foot with the right hand, whatever direction it is you're moving and whatever kind of punch it is that you're throwing. As time progresses, start to practice the diagonal punching also, synchronizing your left hand with your right foot and your right hand with your left foot. Again, let that be something that comes through later on. For now, keep it simple, keep it fundamental, stick to the parallel boxing, throwing the left hand with the left foot and the right hand with the right foot. One particular style of footwork and shadow boxing I particularly like is progressions. Here's an example. I lead with a jab, move around, and then the 1-2. 1-2, and then I roll, making sure that I move around in between each progression. 1-2, roll, and a straight right. Notice I'm adding one form of punch of defense after each progression. Straight right, now the left hook. Continue moving. 1-2, roll, straight right, left hook, and then another roll. continue moving. 1, 2, roll, straight right, left hook, roll again, up with a 1, 2. Continue moving. Another effective way to give your shadow boxing a degree of control and structure is to lead with a defense and finish on an attack, or vice versa, lead with an attack and finish on the defense. You can also progress this by attacking, defending, and then attacking again, or defending, attacking, and finishing on the defense. Make sure that you vary all of your punches as much as you can and how many punches you're throwing at a time. Also try to vary the forms of defense that you're utilizing. Make sure you're blocking, slipping, rolling, guarding, shielding, etc. And all of the punches are varied when you do decide to punch. Uppercuts, rips, hooks. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with simplifying things and throwing single shots, defending, and then follow it up by single shots, for example. But try to have a good balance of both. We have elaborate combinations with elaborate defenses, and then simple combinations with simple defenses. Keep training hard, keep going over the basics, focus on the fundamentals always, again, no matter how advanced you get, and I look forward to seeing you again.